Welcome to the Fan Box with Joey B. I'm your host, Joey B. I'm sorry that I wasn't here last week. I took the holiday off since my fiance was in town. But we're going to recap the Super Bowl today. We're going to go over some key retirements in the NFL. And then we're going to talk a little bit of basketball. So let's get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. Super Bowl 50. Denver Broncos versus the Carolina Panthers. Peyton Manning versus Cam Newton. Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers were favored by a majority of the fans because they've just been unstoppable this year with their monster defense and their uncanny offense with Cam Newton at the helm. Then you had the Denver Broncos, who had one of the best defenses in the league, but a shaky Peyton Manning, who missed a chunk of the season due to injury and uninsurance if he could really play by his team. But both teams got to the Super Bowl. Last week, I broke down how I thought the Denver Broncos were going to beat the Carolina Panthers. I thought it was going to be a little closer. I said 28-24, but it ended up being 24-10, which is fantastic. Denver's defense was just ecstatic out there. They were just off the ball from the minute 15 minutes hit the clock on the first quarter. Von Miller, DeMarcus Ware were just getting to Cam Newton. And when they popped him and forced that fumble and took him back for a touchdown, that's when they were in his head. They got in Cam's head. And that's when it was over for Cam. He couldn't focus on the rest of the game because DeMarcus Ware and Von Miller were in his head. And that's how I explained that they needed to shut him down. Exactly what they did. They got to him, they made him flustered, and they just took him out mentally. Football is not just a physical game of your physical attributes and your athletic skill. It is all about a mental. If you don't got this, you ain't gonna be good. You ain't gonna be good. And Cam Newton, I don't think his heart was in it the whole time because of how disgruntled he was mentally. Now, Peyton Manning didn't do, oh my gosh, Peyton Manning, best game he's ever played, that's how you end the season right there. The only thing he did was just hold on to the ball for the defense so the defense could rest up so they can get back on the field and destroy Cam Newton. But hey, congratulations to Denver Broncos and Peyton Manning on a fantastic Super Bowl. Peyton Manning, this is it. This is like movie stuff right here. This is the greatest way to go out on top, winning a Super Bowl after the long career you've had. Just get on your white Bronco and ride into the sunset, my man. Please. Cam Newton, keep your head up. Keep your head up, man. This is your first Super Bowl. You're young. You're fast and athletic, and you're good. You just gotta work on the mental thing. Don't let pressure get to you. You need to be able to be taking those hits at the same time being ready to throw that bomb and keep the game going. At the same time, your Carolina receivers were just garbage. And they haven't been the best all season in the first place. They were dropping passes all game, especially Ginn Jr., which he does that all season. But he was not pulling them in at all in this game either. That really hurt the Carolina Panthers. Not catching the ball. And Denver's defense was just capitalizing on that the whole game. It was fantastic. My opinion, DeMarcus Ware and Von Miller should got the MVP, and of course Von Miller got it because those two were the best two players, not just on the Denver Broncos team, but on that field for Super Bowl 50. They were just monsters, high motor the whole time, no matter what the score was. They were just going hard the whole time, and it was fantastic. Congratulations, Marcus Ware. Used to be a Dallas Cowboy. I loved him. I'm glad that he finally got a Super Bowl ring. Von Miller, he's still a young cat. He still probably got couple more Super Bowls in him, really, and more performances like we saw at the Super Bowl. That's fantastic. Sad to see that football's coming to an end. That came to an end this season. Can't wait. I can't wait till the draft in April. I'm gonna be looking forward to that. Then we got the preseason in August. To keep it in football, and some other sad news in football, really, is retirements. As we know, Charles Woodson announced it before the season even started that he retired. He played with the Oakland Raiders, the team that he first started out with in his career. And he did great. He led the NFL in interceptions. He finally got to pick off Peyton Manning after 18 years in the league. He great man. Class act on the field. Hope total retirement does you well. I heard he got a job at ESPN. During the Super Bowl, Marshawn Beast Mode Lynch tweeted on Instagram a picture of cleats tied up over the telephone pole with the deuces emoji. That was him more than likely announcing his retirement. Marshawn Lynch, I think it's too early, man. I think he has plenty of football left in him. Just needs to go to another team. But good luck to him in retirement. The dude was a beast. Is he a Hall of Famer? Possibly. No, by any means, he's not a first ballot at all. But I can see him getting to the Hall of Fame about 15 years from now if he stays retired, of course. Calvin Johnson. I put a question mark on this one because he himself has not really said it. People have said it, and then there's talks about he may not. Dude is young. He's 30 years old. He leads the Detroit Lions in every receiver stat you can think of. And I know you Lion fans, you're just having flashbacks of Barry Sanders, the best running back in Detroit Lions history, retired at an early age at 30 years old, when he still had tons of football, tons of greatness left in him. Same thing, Calvin Johnson. I just don't know if he should stay with the Lions. He probably wants to. He's probably a team guy. He doesn't care about winning. He's probably just a team guy. But I just don't think the Lions are really working out for him. So if he stays with the Lions, great. But if he stays, it'd be awesome if he went to another team. Because I think that would just reprise his career. If he went to another team, new quarterback, new system, I think that'd be great for him, honestly. No one really expected this one, but Jared Allen. He had the video of him in the frozen tundra up in Minnesota riding away in the sunset on a horse. Jared Allen, great guy, great player. Played for the Vikings. He played for the Chiefs, played for the Bears, played for the Panthers. Great player, stand-up guy. He did a lot for veterans and for the U.S. soldiers that are currently serving, because I think a lot of his family served in the military. Outstanding guy. I think he finished 11th or 9th of all time in sacks in the NFL. That's amazing. Congratulations, Jared Allen, on an outstanding career, and hoping retirement treats him well. Now, Peyton Manning hasn't announced his retirement. They kept asking him during the Super Bowl. And he just kept saying, I'm going to go home and drink a lot of Budweiser. I'm going to kiss my wife and drink a lot of Budweiser. Fantastic. I love that. I love that quote right there. And I don't think he should have announced it at the Super Bowl, because he's not a selfish person. He's not going to do it to get all the attention in the world. He's not. He's probably going to wait till there's nothing. He is going to wait till there's nothing going on so everybody can focus on those other things. He's not going to take the spotlight from anything. I think it's going to be like before, I don't know. It's going to be not during the draft. It's probably going to be after the draft to see what the Broncos do to what direction they're going. Or he might do it before to help the Broncos know what directions they should go. I think Peyton Manning should retire. I don't think him going to any other team will help him at all, or help that team at all. If he's going to help a team, he needs to go be a coach, some kind of front office job, something. Peyton Manning, you had an outstanding career, 2 Super Bowls with 2 different teams. You have a bunch of the passing records, quarterback records that you've broken for the NFL. Fantastic. You broke quite a few of Brett Favre's that he was holding for a minute. Just hang the hat up, man. Hang the hat up. Alright, we're going to transition to Cam Newton. On Friday night, there's a video of Cam Newton allegedly smoking some marijuana. Shame, Cam. Like, the fact is that it's just illegal, and you're such a role model for kids. These kids look up to Cam Newton all the time, and here he is just, I know he's in a club, he's doing his adult thing, he's an adult, he can do what he wants, but when you are somebody like Cam Newton, and so many kids look up to you, so many people look up to you, you got to be more private about your private life. You know, don't be doing that stuff out in public where, you know, the eyes are all over you, man. If he gets drug tested and he fails the drug test, I believe he should get suspended. I really, you know, I think you should be held up to a higher expectation, maybe a 2-game suspension or something. But which people think it's not fair just because you're a certain player, you should be held to a higher expectation than someone who's not as high, like a second string player. The thing is that the NFL is an organization, it's a corporation, it's a business, and Cam Newton is honestly one of the biggest faces of that business, and you can't just be doing whatever you want. You gotta make the NFL look good. But you know, you can just be more proud about your stuff and think next time. Alright, let's just go ahead and move on to basketball. Damian Lillard for the Portland Trail Blazers. He dropped 51 points and 9 3-pointers Friday night versus the Golden State Warriors. That was a career high. The dude was just on fire. They beat the Golden State Warriors 137-105, giving the Golden State their 5th loss of the season. Wow. Congratulations, Damian Lillard. Fantastic. You know, you made Steph look silly. You was just smoking him. You beat him at his own game, the 3-point game. And that's awesome. Fantastic. Speaking of Golden State Warriors, after last night's game versus the Los Angeles Clippers, which was a great game, the Warriors won 115-112 after the Clippers made a 15-0 run at the end of the game, but needed, you know, just 3 more points to win. But Golden State, with that win, is now 49-5. At this point of the season, after 53 games, they have the same exact record as the 1996 Bulls, who hold the best record in the NBA at 72-10. Man, they're matching greatness. They're either going to tie, or maybe they can just have one less loss. That should be interesting to see. Well, I didn't get any missions for our up and coming All-Star of the Week. Kind of my fault, you know. I took last weekend off, so no one really knew what was going on with this weekend. But you know, if you have a child from the ages of 3 to high school playing any kind of sport, like I said, if it's dancing, cheerleading, track, football, basketball, tennis, golf, whatever it is, sports-wise, you know, anything active, you know, organized that your kids are doing, you got highlights, send me contact me, and we'll get a 45-second to a minute-long video to put them at the end of my show every week. Just contact me here through Facebook, or if you have my number or my email is joeybarnard@icloud.com. And I can't wait to post your up-and-coming stars on my show. Well, that's all we have today, folks. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Joey B. Hope you have a fantastic Sunday, and we'll see you next week.